Hi there. So today we are going to create a theme for Drupal 8 from scratch. To begin, I have created the directory called theme1. So we can open this directory on an editor. So I'm here using Sublime Text. So theme1 subl all. Okay. So first of all, we can create a new file named as index.html and another file named as style.css. We'll be making the theme based on index.html and css. So we should begin with the HTML part. To begin that, HTML, we can give it a title, say Drupal theme. Then we can give some meta tags. So meta tags are basically the tags which gives metadata and which are usually used to specify keywords, etc. So meta name equals to keyword, content equals to Drupal theme GCI 16. If you want, you can add OG tags and all that stuff. Then we can link the style.css file with the index.html. So link style.css. You can also give it a comment that CSS goes here like this. And if you want to add some custom fonts, you can add them here. So we can now begin with the body part. First of all, we can create a header for the theme. So basically we are creating a website first. So for the website we are creating a header. Inside it we are calling unordered list and giving it a class.ul. Inside it, links and lists, and name home, about, and say contact. Okay, so now we can move on to the other part. Say name at container. Inside it we can add an image for the background, and keep in mind that normal images will not work. We have to give the links of the images. So I have added an image to Dropbox, so I'm going to be copying the link and we'll be pasting it over here. It's taking a bit of time, so we can move forward. First we can give it a class as .img. Now we can create another section .about, div.about, in which we can add a heading, say welcome to Drupal, and a paragraph in which we are going dummy text. So we have got this image, so just copy image address and paste it in the link, and that's all. Now we can take a Python server to open the website on our local host. Okay, maybe the Python server is already running over here. Sorry, it's running over here, so we should close it first. Close, then again it works. So local host here, so you can see images over here, the text and everything is over here. So now we have to work with the CSS part. To work with the CSS part, we first have to give HTML and body some CSS properties. Sorry, HTML comma body, give it a height of 100%, a width of 100%. There shouldn't be no margin, there should be no padding. And now we can call some custom fonts, and we can get those fonts from fonts.google.com. It's a very good site for fonts by Google. There's a large variety of fonts, you can choose any one from them. So we can choose Lato. It's a good font. So what we have to do is just copy the link and paste it over here. Sorry, what you have copied. Okay, and to use the property we just have to write this font family Lato sans serif. I have given the font family property in the HTML and body part so that I don't need to give it again and again to each element of HTML. Now we have to go to dot header and say its height to be 70px, width should be 100%, should be on the top, position should be fixed on the top, and background color should be hashtag 061 capital C29. It should be hex code always. Now we go to the unordered list. It should be on the right, so float right. It will take the text to the right side. The position should be relative. There should be a margin of 3% from the right. Text decoration should be none. And let's check out. Okay, it's on the right, but we don't need this bullet, so list style none. Hope this works. Yep, this work. So now we have to go to dot ul, which is the parent, and a tag, which is the child. Display should be inline, block should be horizontal, text decoration should be none, position should be relative. Then we have margin left should be 20 pixels. Margin right to 20px. There should be a padding from left and right both sides. There should be a margin from the top, say 8px. We should also give it a font size, say 20px or say 15px. It's nice. And font weight should be normal, should not be bold, should not be thin. Text transform uppercase, we go on uppercase because we want each word to be in uppercase, and if, like in this contact, some letters are in lowercase and some are in uppercase, this will convert all the letters to uppercase. And the color should be white, so hashtag FFF. Okay, it looks nice. So we are done with this part. But the links do not have any CSS transition on hover, so we can add them to make them look good. So we can do it like .ula by using before property. Content equals to position should be absolute. Bottom should be -5. Oh, it should not. It should be bottom should be -5px. Left should be it's not letter spacing. It should be left should be 0. Top should be 0. Not top should not be 0 because we want it at the bottom of the text. Right should be 0. Width should be 0. this moment. Margin should be auto, and give it a height of 01 rem and a background to be white, so we can check it. Nothing changed. We have to call it by using a hover before, where it should be 100%. Now we got an underline every time, but this underline is very quick, so we can add some transition. To do so, we can use like all before, all after, box sizing, border box, and transitions you can do second, all, ease. So this should work. So, yeah, it got some transition, it looks good. But the left side looks very wicked, so we can add a list over here with a class, say left. In the text should be italic. Drupal should be the text. We should go over here. Dot left. As it's on the left side. So first of all, we don't need the bullets to become on the list. Then float it to the left side. And position should be relative. Display should be inline block. Font size should be a bit more, say 40px. Font weight should be bold, so it should be bolder. That looks much better. Hashtag FF5 to be the color. There should be a margin of 20px from the left, and from the top it should be of 10px. Okay, it looks nice, but the font size is not good. Okay, it should be font size. So I've given it a font size of 40px. So it's look good, and we are done. Now we should move forward to dot container, the container class. Give it a height of 100%. A width of 100%. Then we can give it the position of relative, and background size should be cover, background position say fixed, background repeat, no repeat. Now dot container, wait, it's dot img. We have to give it a height of 100% and a width of 100% as well. So now we have to look at for it's 175 pixels. So it has covered that part as well. So what we have to do is we have to give it a position with a letter, so it should come forward. That's good. Now what we have to do is we can simply reduce its height to 90%. That's better, but the image looks a bit bright, so we can add a tinge of overlay over it. So container, using before property, content, position should be absolute, left should be 0, right should be 0, top should be 0. Then we have background color to be, say, we should want some opacity on the color, so RGBA 15, 81, 100 and 0.48. So, and the width should be, okay, we haven't given the height, should be 100%, and width should be 100%. So now we should check it out. Okay, it's good, but it has covered this part as well, I think. So we can increase a bit of its index so that nothing. Okay, it's already good. So we are just remaining with the about part. So the about height should be auto. It will depend on the number of the amount of text. Width should be 100%. Should have a position of relative padding. Top should be 20 pixels, and there should be padding. Bottom should be 100 pixels. So now we are left with the heading. So the about H1 with a position of relative, text align center, margin 0 auto, font size say 35 pixels because it's a heading, and there should be a margin of 40 pixels on the top. Let's see what's the change. Okay, it's good. So we are just left with the paragraph part. We give the width of 80%, font size say 20 pixels, text align should be center, margin should be 0 auto, it will bring it on the center, position should be relative, there should be a margin of 60 px from the top, and we are done. So it's almost nice, a clean and a small theme. So we can now move on. We can do a bit of things over here. We can just save it. Now what we have to do is we have to copy this directory and move it. So first of all we go to development and move the theme1 to where/www/html where the Drupal directory is present. Sorry, I'm a bit wrong. /themes. So it has been moved. So we have to go to Neeraj where www.html themes, and there it is. So we should go to that directory, themes/theme1. So we can open it in Sublime Text as we were using it already. So now we have to do 3 things over here. First, we have to rename this file and have to rename it as page.html.twig. Secondly, we have to create 2 new files. First is to be named as theme1.info.yml, and second should be saved as theme1.libraries.yml. Here the info file will be there, and we'll be calling the libraries in the libraries.yml. So we can start with the in theme1.info.yml. First of all, we will give it a name, say Drupal, or we can just say Drupal. Okay, then we can give it a type, it's a theme. Then let's give it a description, Drupal theme, but it's a Drupal theme. Then we can give it a package because it's a custom package, so we have to write custom and C should be capital. Then code should be 8.x because we are using Drupal 8. Code is basically the version of Drupal we are using. Then we have to write libraries, and then we have to go to next line and give 2 spaces, or just use tab, then dash theme1 because my file is theme1, then style, then go back, then regions. You can do it like my header, and the regions are basically the containers like the header, the home page, the about page. My header, say second is home, my home, and its content, my content. So we are done with this. In the libraries we just have to write style, then CSS, then it's the theme, then the CSS file name style.css, style.css, and then open bracket, close bracket, and we are done. Then in the page.twig we have to call these .info.yml, where like open bracket, close bracket, then page dot my header because it's the header. Then the container, open bracket, like this, open bracket. Okay, what's the problem it's facing? Bracket, open bracket, close bracket, then page dot home, and the last open bracket, close bracket, page dot content, and just save it. Now just go to Drupal localhost appearance, template is not defined theme in the theme registry. It's showing it's not defined in the Drupal code. This is security updatable for Drupal. Template themes, theme1/page.html.twig is not defined. Unable to find template in the Drupal theme registry. Okay, so it's facing a problem. So what's the issue? We have to check it out. Okay, the issue is the file name is not proper. It's them1, not theme1. So we just have to rename this file, and it's theme1. Just save this and refresh the page. It should not come. Okay, it's again showing some problem, and now the theme is there, but we are not able to install theme. Okay, we don't have a theme right now, so first of all maybe we should install another theme. Right now we can give it a look so that everything is fine. So name Drupal, type theme, description DESCRIPTION, then packages custom, then code, then libraries, theme1/style, then regions, my header, home, content. The theme1.libraries.yml, we have style, CSS, theme, style.css, and the rest of it. Now you should go to appearance once again. Now you have to see, okay, so Drupal there is an option set as default, so we just have to click over it. And we can add up a few things like in the header, okay, just close it, open it, so it will take a bit, so let me forward it. So now we are done. So it took quite a bit more time, so that's not an issue. It sometimes happens in Drupal, but there are some unnecessary things over here like search and all that buttons, so we can remove them from going to structures, block layout, then make the regions to none, mark every region to none, starting from top to bottom. Make the my content part also none. So yes, now it should be clear. So yes, it's now clear, and we are done. What's the problem over here? Okay, so yes, we are done with this part. So that's all guys, thanks for watching the video, have a nice day.